How'd you do, I? See you met my faithful handyman. No! Not another one! I'll save you! It's what Batman would do! He's just a little brought down, you see, when you knocked. He thought you were the Candyman.
When I was young, I designed a machine to turn ghosts into paintings, and I traveled the world collecting them. That's horrible.
Okay. A quick shot. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, that came out wrong. You're not helping. You're not helping your case. You're not making this any better. You realize that.
Oh, it was glamorous, I can tell you. The souls of the dearly departed who couldn't rest, and you just went around and you started turning them into paintings. You're a monster. Well, tonight, I'm going to invite the whole town over for your birthday party. Oh, come on, no! So I'd better start getting ready, shouldn't I? Where's my guillotine? Because that one door says, no, you need 2 stars to enter. I figured that was the door to the final boss. And apparently no. But then again, that was a week ago. I was very young and naive then. No!
Excuse me. Coming through. Sorry. Couldn't help it. I'm completely incompetent. Damn, I look good running into those heels. Ow!
Thanks to philosophy, all is forgiven.
Greetings, gentle viewers and listeners. Welcome to today's stream. I am Coyote de la Mancha, and you're not. This episode's not-for-profit is the Southern Poverty Law Center. Best known for their takedown of the KKK in the 80s through their Klanwatch program, the SPLC is devoted to establishing and maintaining legal justice throughout the country. They never charge their clients, and they take no money from the federal government. So if you can afford it, please consider giving them a small donation. They're focused on things like strengthening voting rights, ending unjust imprisonment, eliminating poverty and economic inequality, and dismantling white supremacy. And if you or someone you know may be in need of their services, or you're interested in helping out in other ways, a link to their website is in the description. And now, on with our show. Alright, let's see here. I have some suspended game data. I don't know what that means, but sure, let's start from that point. It's been a while since I played this. Our story so far. Luke and Layton meet a mysterious young girl at the dead end on the north side of the village. I'm sure life has treated her well. Just look at that fresh, innocent face. She starts to tell them something, but a sinister figure lurking in the shadows scares her off. Oh, nasty, unscrupulous, sinister figure. Afterwards, a puzzled Layton and Luke find a ticket for a Ferris wheel and head towards it. That's all you've got for me, huh? Okay, game. Hint coin. Hint coins are for hinting. Look, there's a sort of stone tablet embedded in the wall. This is clearly some kind of puzzle. I'll wager the solution will tell us the direction in which to proceed. Aha! Some of you mocked me for clicking on things in the hope to find clues. Well, here we are. Who's laughing now? This puzzle is worth 30 picarettes, so it's either going to be ridiculously easy or it's going to kill my brain. Let's find out. The path you are on forks to the left and right in front of the sign seen below. Your gut instinct tells you that this sign reveals the direction you need to go. Find an arrow within the picture like the yellow one on the side of the board. When you find it, draw a line around it as neatly as possible. Keep in mind that the arrow you're searching for may not be the same size as the one in the picture. Yes. Mike is all like, the cookies, Arthur. The sweet, delicious cookies. Yes, speaking of which, I have been remiss. Today's tea is a lovely peach tea. Nothing added this time. Just the peach. And I have oatmeal cookies and also a lovely pistachio muffin. So, let us begin our puzzle. Oh yes, and those of you who have the option to make tea for this stream, puzzles are always better with cookies and tea, or if you prefer, biscuits and tea, or in one case, tea and pie. The point is there's tea. So let's see, visual symbol pattern recognition. Here we go. I can do this. And the way that it's set up is kind of devilish because the eye is naturally drawn towards convergences. So the eye keeps being drawn towards this point here. And so the eye is naturally looking for something along in here. But that's not necessarily where it is at all. Good old-fashioned Coke. Okay, how old-fashioned is your good old-fashioned Coke? You know, just contemplating when this is apparently taking place. Is it the original formula or the original formula? Oh, goodness gracious me. Yeah, Mexican Coke is awesome. It's ironic, the original recipe for Coca-Cola, for whatever reason, just isn't usually available in the United States. But you can get some that's imported from another country, and that's pretty close to the original. Yay, Kitch! Alive, well, and lurking! I believe we are all well, and we will have fun. Hope you are as well. Yeah, it doesn't have to be going 90 degrees left or 90 degrees right either. But it specifically says within the picture like the yellow one on the side of the board. So there are some 90-degree angles involved in its construction, with a 45-degree angle at the tip. So that in of itself tells us something, yes? So, alright, let's, looking at this bit. I mean, here you have a 45-degree angle, but then you have this part here, which needs to be 90-degree against the shaft, but 45 degrees going from this line segment here. And as you can see, that is not available over here. However, okay, this area is close. The measurements are off, but it's close. So, alright. So, right, this area here is out. This area is out. And again, these are the most logical, not logical, pardon me, these are the most obvious places that the eye is drawn to because of this nexus here. But that is trickery. Trickery, I say. Yes, we must find a way. Now it also it's notes that the it has to look like this arrow. It doesn't necessarily have to be at a 90-degree angle left or right. It also doesn't necessarily have to be the same size. So it could be bigger, it could be smaller. And yeah, my eye keeps getting drawn towards this receding point here. I'm really not good at these visual puzzles. Some people are really good at them. I, alas, am not. See that comes close. So I'm thinking, I'm okay, do they mean... No, it can't be just the head of the arrow. Or else I would guess this part here. See. Let me, so it's not, for example, this part here, because that's only part of this arrow. Yeah, it'll be the same shape and relative dimensions. So we can count that out. So there's a triangle there. But yeah, there's nothing useful coming off of there to denote the shaft. So many angles, so many angles. Angles, 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 angles. Like Charlie's Angles. Anyone besides me ever used to watch that old show? With Farrah Fawcett Majors as the hypotenuse? I think it's an underrated show. Definitely one of the classics. I mean, not like it's not anything like Star Trek or anything like that. Not super cerebral, but it was fun. And of course, Izzy the Fool found it. Ah, wait. No, that's not it. I mean, I was like, oh, look, a triangle. No, that's not what I'm looking for. And I had thought, briefly... Wait, is that it? Yeah, I think that's it. See, we look at this right here. I think that's it. I think by Nettie Jingo that's it. Okay. Draw a line around it as neatly as possible. There we go. All right. Let's see if I'm right. Are we ready for this? I think we're ready for this. Ha! Victory is mine, saith the Coyote. Well done. Now you can move forward. There's our answer. We'll proceed down the left corridor. Understood, Professor. I have an artisan's teapot. Oh, that definitely goes in Layton's room. Which way is now in Puzzle Index? Huzzah! Okay, so... left. Yeah, this looks like a place I want to go to. I mean, holy crap, look at all this. Still, for a place that is this underground and this associated with sewers, it's awfully clean. Look, Professor, there's a strange device on the door here. It seems to be a puzzle of some sort. I imagine the door won't open until we solve it. It's almost like we're being tested, isn't it? This puzzle is worth 50 picarats. Okay. Oh, no. Oh. Oh. Oh, man. Meanwhile, in the chat, life is still worth living. John is... Micah, last time you took cookies, a guy dressed as a bat suplexed you off the roof. Yeah, don't touch the bat's cookies. If the bat is enjoying cookies, it's because Alfred made the cookies. Do not touch the bat's cookies. Pausing for a sip of tea. My, but that's good. I really wasn't in the mood for anything super sweet, so it's just the peach T straight up, and oh, that is just so hitting the spot right now. A puzzle. This problem can be solved in as few as 14 moves. Well, I'm sure it can. Yeah, how was Micah supposed to know those were special cookies? Well, they were bat cookies. You know, doesn't take much to figure that part out, does it? Let's see, well, yeah, I'm gonna say this is easily worth the 50 picarats, holy cow. Wow, yeah, for those of you who are just listening, the blocks are, this is not as freewheeling as the previous Slighty puzzles. This is designed to suck out your soul. One lonely move at a time. Alright, so... I mean, how would I move any of this stuff? How would I move any of this stuff? I mean, if I move that there, then okay, well, congratulations, you moved something there. I can move this around as much as I want, but that's not going to help me move this stuff down particularly. Wait a minute, can I move this? Ah! Yes, I can. Okay, that does change things. Alright. There. Okay. So... now... okay, the ideal would be to have... to get this bowl down here and out of the way. Okay. This is kind of like chess. If you touch a piece, you've moved it. So basically pay no attention to the number counter that's up there. Oh, no, you go over there. So... Nari Fan is doing Batman the Lego musical over there. So... alright, I need to get the ball down here. What if... See, because I can move this down, but I really need to move it across. So, come on, let me move the darn thing. Holy crap. Okay. Thus, that moves out of the way there. That moves down. Huh. So I can get there. Yeah, the problem is this one, regardless of how I slide it, still going to be blocking access. Yeah, I can move this down, and this can, like that. Okay. So then, that goes up, that goes over. Okay. I feel like I'm close, you know? It'd be great if I could rotate these frickin' things. Okay, there we go. Done.
Here's my answer.
Victory is mine. Easier than it looks, isn't it? No. If you haven't done it yet, why not try to complete the puzzle in the minimum number of moves possible? No. That should do the trick. You gained a painting scrap. Puzzle 90, get the ball out too. Okay, and that was the lock. The door is opened. Izzy the Fool is like, so easy. Okay. Very, very dark gray. Alright, the door is unlocked. Moving forward. Wow! I certainly didn't expect to find a room down here. Let's give it a thorough once-over. Something isn't right about this place. I can feel it in my bones. Okay, search for secret doors. Ouch! Hot, hot, hot! Search for doors and search for traps. Doo-dah, doo-dah. Tub, milk churn, tiny paintings. Empty bottle, aha. Oh man, and Luke is just not having any more of this. It's like, I'm sitting here like, I've had weeks of break between now and the last stream. I've had opportunity to chill and think, you know what would be quaint? It'd be nice and quaint to solve some more puzzles. I'm grabbing cookies. Solve some more puzzles and maybe enjoy the rusty atmosphere once again of San Mystere. After all, it's not like I'm trapped there solving endless puzzles for the amusement of something else. Luke, on the other hand, holy crap, look at that face. He's like, something's hidden behind here. And the professor's still just, you know, Just completely frosty. Alright, let's move the picture out of the way then. Professor, I want to break something. No, Luke. A gentleman doesn't... I don't feel very gentlemanly anymore. We had to solve a sliding puzzle just to open a bloody door. Wait, what's this here? Oh. It appears to be some sort of key. And the handle of the key is in the shape of the tower. But what does it unlock? We won't know until we investigate further. Yeah. Luke is like, I'm so hungry. I want Chinese. You get cookies. But this shape certainly looks familiar. And yeah, and now Luke is mad again. Professor, could this be? It looks just like the tower. I knew there was something odd about that dead end. Oh man, Luke is just not having any more of this. I mean, Layton is cool. He is in his element. He thinks this... his little button eyes are just all aglow. Luke is ready to take a life. Perhaps this key will shed some light on things. Luke, we need to head back to that large wall on the north side of San Mystere. I have a hunch that it's more than just a dead end. The tower key was added to my list of mysteries. Ari fanned the moon. It's about to crash into the earth. You guys remember that ancient Looney Tunes cartoon with Porky Pig and the dog that was trying to con his way into being being somebody's dog? And he goes into this thing about, I need fresh air and clean leafy vegetables. Please, don't send me back to the city. And then suddenly his eyes get all crazed, like, the city. I can see it now. The skyscrapers. Honk, honk. Look out for that taxi cab. Beep, beep. Look out for that bus. Sproing. Aroo, ah. Oh, no. What's that sound? The towers. They're falling. Ah! Having now said that, watch it turn out that the tower will be falling. And we are in the country. There's no escape, is what I'm saying. There's no escape. And Ari Fan says, Luke, if I don't get Chinese, I'm calling my father. Layton, who's your father? And then this dark voice from the shadows, I am vengeance. I am the night. Right. Back to the village we go. Just an empty box, nothing to see. You know, technically I probably have plenty of hint coins, I should be fine. Yeah, I forgot the Ferris wheel tried to kill us. What the hell, man? Death by Ferris wheel. I also like how the drawing on the little map at the top half of the screen has shifted. That's really cool. It's like you now see the Ferris wheel in the water and that the Ferris tragically been wrecked. Man, look at this destruction. This is just... It breaks the heart. This place was obviously a labor of love. Surely, his lordship did not mean for all of this to be destroyed, just to solve a puzzle. I think that sinister forces are afoot. That Dan Backslide-looking character. Be willing to bet you he has something to do with this. Let's investigate that dead end right away! Alright, Luke. But first, let's make a quick visit to the inn. There's something I need to check there. Why the inn, Professor? It seems that someone doesn't want us around, Luke. Someone is, in fact, after us. And the key to identifying this scoundrel is back at the inn. So you already have an idea about who's behind this? Ha ha! Piqued your interest, have I? Chapter 8. The Shadowy Intruder. Someone's been obstructing the investigation. Find the troublemaker and continue work on the case. Save your progress, yes! Yes! These two. Seriously, I think this girl just spends her nights crawling around the other denizens throughout San Mystere, whispering riddles into people's ears, and then laughing at the mischief she's caused. Let's see, where's the inn? I don't remember where the inn was. Is this the inn? No, this is not the inn. This is where that one kind of rude fellow was. Okay, is this the inn? No. This was the dry goods store that, strangely, no one seems to ever use. Well, that brings me all the way back to the manor. And Don Knotts. Sorry, Mr. Knotts. Not ready for you quite yet. Doesn't look like it's going to open anytime soon. That's not the inn. Could that be the inn? That's the inn! Ha ha ha! Once again, I have neglected to listen to the previous episode so I could figure out what voice I was using for the Lady of the Inn, so there may be some slight contradiction. Just figure that she's been having a rough time. Hello, Professor. Is something the matter? You look a little shaken. Beatrice, I have an urgent request. Could you show me the newspapers from the past couple of days? The papers? Certainly! Hang on for just a moment while I fetch them for you. She blips out of existence, and then blips back. That's strange. I put them down around here somewhere. Is there a problem? I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I can't seem to find them anywhere. Even today's morning paper seems to have gone missing. Or were they ever really there at all? I see. Well, thank you just the same, Beatrice. This has been most helpful. Whereupon she blips back to the shadowy realm of her origin. And Lucas, just what was in those papers anyway, Professor? Yoo-hoo, Professor Layton! It's Don Knotts. I mean Ramon. Ramon! And to what do we owe this visit? Oh, he told me I needed to find you and bring you to Reinhold Manor. The inspector, I mean. Oh, he and Lady Dahlia await your arrival at Reinhold Manor. That is to say, the Reinhold Manor that I was told to bring you to, which is called Reinhold Manor. Thank you for the message. We will set out for the manor in just a few moments. And again, just fades into the ether. Those stairs lead to the first floor. Okay, so this is not an area that I can explore. Inspector Zenigata from Lupin III. I've been meaning to watch Lupin III, but thus far I have not. Meanwhile, we have the young lady of mystery. You've found the key to the tower, haven't you? How do you know about the key? You mustn't interfere with the tower. Whatever you do, just stay away from there. Interfere? What do you mean by that, dear? See, he's an older guy, so you can get away with that. Oh, she looks so unhappy. I want to buy her ice cream and tell her funny stories. And then she just fades out back into the astral from whence she came. Ari Fan says that that's Ashley Graham, the president's daughter. I don't know, I think if... okay, and again, I haven't played that particular Resident Evil, but from what I've seen and from what I heard, if Ashley had the ability to just kapoof like that, most of the game wouldn't be necessary. And there's the man himself. Lady Dahlia's requests are always such a handful to take on, aren't they? Oh-hoo-hoo! Quite. Into the manor itself. Matthew. Welcome back, Professor Layton. Please come in. Everyone is waiting. Thank you, Matthew. Is something troubling you, my good man? You seem ill at ease. Oh no, I'm fine, sir. Please make your way to the parlor. All right, if you're certain that nothing is the matter, we'll head upstairs. Heading up the stairs, heading up the stairs. And there is Chelmey. What? Okay, Chelmey had, like a thick cockney, I think. So, again, I would like to take this up. That man just got done binge watching LOTR. Okay, Chelmey is cockney. So everyone who has any experience whatsoever with anything even vaguely tangent, anything that is potentially a tangent relating to the United Kingdom as a whole, I apologize. You may insert your car keys into your ears now. Oh, Professor Layton, thank you for arriving so promptly. Come, have a seat. Why have you called us here, Inspector Chelmy? Like you, I'm not the kind of man who beats around the bush, so I'll just come out with it. I'm on to you, Layton. It's clear as day. All right. You are responsible for Simon's death. Now, Arifan says he must have had a run-in with Constantine. Now, I think Constantine could actually speak with an English accent. If this were Robin Hood Men in Tights, there's no way I could get the commoners of England to follow me. It just wouldn't happen. Are you suggesting I murdered Simon? Oh, wow, Layton. For a guy who specializes in puzzles, damn. Still, you have to admit, this poster here is interesting. On the one hand, pardon me. On the one hand, he has his arms crossed, which in a lot of instances can be interpreted as a defensive stance, but his shoulders are back, and he's smiling, so in this instance, he is showing that he's amused. Which, yeah, if you show fear, that causes nothing but contempt in the cop heart. So that may be his best approach, and also, well, Chelmey is about to give him the punchline now. Still, the word suggesting is definitely getting in its leg day today, isn't it? Anyway, Layton says, nonsense. Yeah, nice, Layton. I have to admire the way you keep cool under pressure. But of course, I would expect nothing less from a cold-blooded killer such as yourself. Dun dun dun. Yeah, Chelmey is from the north, specifically a little known northern shire, where all the inhabitants are from Idaho. I don't suppose you've seen this before, eh? This face was on display in the room in which Simon was found dead. Not alive. Oozing a bit, bashed-in heads do, you know. And all the forensic evidence I've gathered suggests that the killer struck Simon with this vase. Our killer was no professional, you see. He left his fingerprints all over the murder weapon, he did. Fingerprints that match your own, Mr. Layton. Da-da-dum! And I'm gonna bash you in the head with it. Holy crap, look at that stance. I mean, dude. If I'm talking to somebody and all of a sudden he starts yelling and pointing with one hand while he's cocking a vase back with the other hand. Yeah. I'm like, get ready to parry. RA fan is like, but if the vase was missing, how could he be dead? By which I suppose we are to infer that he is definitely still alive. That is the true mystery. This man was murdered. Why is he not dead? Oh, crap. I'd forgotten about this. Luke recognizes the vase, and he's like, oh, that's the vase from the market, isn't it? And yeah, Arifan actually brings up a good point. How did he have Layton's fingerprints? I'm not saying that it's impossible that he just had everybody leave their fingerprints earlier on, but I don't remember that. How did he have access to Professor Layton's fingerprints? I mean, what, did he have a remote connection with VICAP? As Ari Fan points out, did he used to work for Amanda Waller? How did he do this? Allegedly. Yeah, Ari Fan, you are not the only one who is, as they say, sus. That's how the kids say it, right? And what? Don't look at me in that tone of voice, I'm hip. How's it going, fellow kids? Anyway, Chelmy, you rotten murderer. And Luke, meanwhile, again, showing reason. If this face is evidence, why did you just break it like it was nothing? Yeah, apparently, Chelmy just... Yeah, that's not the floor. In a fit of rage, he threw the vase against the door, and it shattered. If this vase is evidence, why did you just break it like it was nothing? I mean, dude, what the heck? Have I been giving Chelmy the wrong accent this whole time? Is he actually from L.A.? So go on and give me an alibi, Layton. Where were you when Simon was killed? Come on, out with it. I was with Luke investigating matters down in the village. Huh. Is that the best you can muster? It's clear the little brat is an accomplice to your crime. Admit it, Layton. You two wanted to keep the golden apple so badly that you conspired to murder Simon. Okay, wait. I'm sorry. The time has come for another character break. I love A Flight of Fancy more than most, as any of you should know by now. But holy crap, how is murdering Simon going to make it so that they can keep the golden apple when they're the only ones who have been able to find any clues that might lead to the golden apple? Point of fact, if they really wanted to, what would prevent them from finishing what they're already doing, finding the golden apple, fixing the bridge, just saying, oh yeah, we couldn't find it, sorry, and then leaving? How are you connecting these dots, Chelmy? Show me your little board with all the little red yarn bits on it. I mean, are you the question? This sounds like the kind of thing someone would say if they habitually, like, connect the Kennedy assassination with the Boy Scouts of America. What the hell are you doing? What is the connection between murdering Simon and keeping the golden apple? Yeah, RA Fan says, you know, Layton's been 2 steps ahead, but the bad guys must be 4 steps ahead. Either that, or they're just they're just in a different crosswalk entirely. They're trying to dance through traffic with Chelmy here. Like, what is the connection? Okay, let's see where this goes. Let's see where the logic is supposed to lead. Layton, also completely befuddled by this leap of anti-logic. There's smoke coming out of Layton's ears while he tries to process how so much stupid can be contained within one mortal brain. It is kind of impressive in a way. R.A. Fan says that Homeland labeled the BSA as a terrorist group when he was in the Boy Scouts. Yeah, I used to be in the Society for Creative Anachronism. The FBI was watching them as a potential homegrown terrorist organization for years, and had it listed through the 80s, as I recall. as a freestanding mercenary army because they had people in armor with swords and they had archers. Also, initially, they, due to some error, they didn't realize it was the Society for Creative Anachronism that was recreating things from Middle Ages and Renaissance Europe. They thought it was the Society for Creative Anarchism. And there are records of at least one person being grabbed at the mall, being hustled into a small room by feds and being told, okay, you're going to cooperate with us or you're going down. Yeah. So again, I think we can guess the kind of mentality we're dealing with here, assuming Chelmey isn't actually the guilty party. But let's see where this goes. Layton has had enough opportunity to regather his focus in the face of this storm of nonsense. Let's see what he says. Nothing. You can't fool me, Layton. So cough it up and start talking. Well, what's interesting is he's not just arresting Layton. He's trying to get a confession out of him. It seems to me that if he were the guilty party, he'd be trying to silence Layton and, you know, cuff him and bundle him up out of sight so that things would be assumed to be solved. Interesting. While I'm at it, I'll take the key to the tower you picked up, too. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Oh. Well, now. One moment you're out of the light, and the next you're right back in it. How do you know about that, Chelmey? Again, let's see what the good professor has to say. It seems that you are intent on pinning this crime on me, Inspector. But if you are a true enforcer of the law, you'll acknowledge that I'm not the only reasonable suspect. Any member of this household could have committed the crime. In fact, you can't even rule out the possibility that everyone here had a hand in the murder. Furthermore, are we even sure that a murder took place here? What kind of nonsense are you spouting now? Oh, Chelmey, you don't get to ask that question. Do you really think anyone here is fooled by your crackpot theories? Ba-dum-bumps. Yeah, crackpot, I see what you did there. Very nice. Inspector Chelmy, I'm beginning to think the only person here with something to hide is you. That's absurd. This has nothing in the slightest to do with me.
No, Inspector, it has quite a bit to do with you. Meaning? Isn't it obvious? If there is any criminal element involved in this case, then it is you, sir. What? That's absurd.
Hey, calm down.
What utter rubbish! You'll need more than some death charge to save your hide.
Okay, that cutscene ended faster than I was expecting. I still have a mouthful of cookie. Please give me a moment. Sorry. Oh, that's good. Okay. Everyone can hear me all right? Moving forward. I've heard you're quite the devoted husband, Inspector. I bet you take very good care of your wife, Jane. Oh, nice one. Luke and I found this article in the paper. Luke, what was Inspector Chelmey's favorite food again? What's Chelmey's favorite food? Oh, no. This was weeks ago, months ago. Give me a second. I'm gonna say fresh cakes. Fresh cakes sound right to everybody? Does anyone have any, yeah, fresh cakes. This article specifically states you love cakes. And yet, you raged at poor Matthew when he brought you cakes with tea. Why? And your point is, it just so happens I have a fondness for Jane's cakes. Is that so? Thank you, Inspector. This little conversation has made things quite clear. Please take a look at this. Yeah, here's where the trap is sprung. I believe you just called them Jane's cakes, yes? I'd like everyone to look at this article, please. As you can all see, the article clearly states that Inspector Chelmey's wife is... How do I pronounce that? Amelie. Not Jane. Do you mean to tell me you've forgotten your own wife's name? Oh! Did you hear that whiplash? Oh my God. Objection! Out with it then. Who are you, and why have you been impersonating Inspector Chelmy? Dun-dun. And why have you been running this investigation? But your sudden memory loss regarding your wife's name isn't the only suspicious thing about you. Try to recall the time around Simon's death. You said you received a report that prompted you to come to San Mystere. But you forgot one thing. After Luke and I arrived, the drawbridge that is San Mystere's sole entrance had its crank stolen. This effectively sealed the village. From that point on, no one could enter or leave the village. Yeah, I remember wondering about that. And do you recall just when this seclusion began? When did the drawbridge shut down? Oh, no. I think it was very early on, so I'm going to say during our search for Claudia. Claudia was the cat. You remember, the cat that we, quote-unquote, rescued by luring her with her favorite snack. Fish bones. Correct. The only route out of the village had been closed well before Simon's death was discovered. After that event, there was no way that anyone could enter the village from the outside. By the same token, there was no way to take things out of the village, particularly something as large as a corpse. So tell me, Inspector Chelmy, when did you actually first set foot in San Mystere? And furthermore, what did you do with Simon's remains? While we're on this subject, I have one more nagging question that I haven't been able to work out. How is it that you knew about the key to the tower we discovered? When we happened upon that key, there wasn't a soul in the area, apart from Luke and myself. Furthermore, I have spoken of what we found there to no one. That's not quite true. There's no conceivable way you could have known about this key. Unless, of course, you were spying on us from the shadows when we found it. Now let me see if I've got this correct. You posed as the inspector and used Simon's death as an excuse to enter Reinhold Manor. Since then, you've been waiting for the ideal time to strike and steal the golden apple from us. How am I doing so far? Yeah. Luke is all, "What's so funny? This is no laughing matter." Is he about to show that he is a robot? I'm just astounded at how despicable I find you, Layton. But that's exactly why you're worthy of being my arch enemy! Dan Backslide unmasked. No, it's not Dan Backslide, it's Don Paolo. I've always despised you, Layton! I thought I'd be able to crush you once and for all here in San Mystere, but that will have to wait since you saw through my disguise. You haven't caught on yet, but San Mystere hides a secret of epic proportions. Yeah! It's pronounced Polo. Polao. Okay, thank you. It's pronounced Dan Backslide. When I imagine a dimwit like you trying to unravel the mystery, I just have to smile. Yeah! My business here for the day has come to an end, so I'll be off now. But listen closely, Layton. Never forget how close you came to being bested! One day, I, the great Polao, will rain my vengeance down upon you! And on that fearful day, you will beg for an umbrella and a raincoat, perhaps even some galoshes. Yeah! Gosh! I guess he's gone. Do you know who that man was? Hang on, coughing. Okay, I'm back. Do you know who that man was? Don Paolo was his name. I've heard stories of him. His grasp of the hard sciences is rumored to be unrivaled. The problem, as you might guess, is his personality. Though he is a genius, the man is evil. A bully, cad, and thief. Tragically, he escaped on that runabout. He stole it, and no one will ever know. The Science Board has banished him from ever working officially in his field ever again. His field apparently is science. Okay, yeah, I grew up reading comics. I'm down. We roll with it. Sneaking into San Mystere to steal the Reinhold fortune sounds like the kind of scheme he would hatch. He seems to hold quite a grudge against you, Professor. Whatever did you do to cross him? I haven't the slightest idea, Luke. Well, that aside, what was all that talk of a secret hidden in the village? What was he referring to? I'm mystified by it myself. For the time being, though, let's focus on finding the golden apple, shall we? I say we follow our newest lead and head for that tower. Let's check that dead end from before, Luke. And Chapter 8 is concluded. No, that's not Dudley Do-Right's arch-rival. That is the arch-rival of the Dover Boys. Okay, and at this point in time, those of you who like what I've been doing, please go ahead and consider giving the video a bit of a like. And if you don't like what I've been doing, or you think that there's vastly room for improvement, go ahead and give it a thumbs down if you want. But if you do, please give a comment noting why you did. Trust me, I won't mind, and it can only help me do better. Let's talk to a few of the people here before we go to the tower, though. I'm simply shocked at this turn of events. Who could have guessed that we had an imposter in our midst? He had me completely fooled. But you saw right through him, Professor. I must say I'm quite impressed with your cunning. I ask you now to put that brilliant mind of yours to work again and set out in search of the golden apple. It will be my pleasure, madam. By the way, are you feeling all right? You look a bit pale. I awoke this morning with memories of a peculiar dream I must have had last night. In it, my husband and I had just had a brand new baby girl, and oh, how everyone fawned over her. The next moment, suddenly I was in a park walking hand in hand with my young daughter. With your daughter, you say? Now, why would I have a silly dream like that? These past few days have really been quite draining. Professor Layton, I don't feel particularly well at the moment. I think I'll go lie down for a bit. Oh, what's wrong with Lady Dahlia? She had a dream of walking in the park with her young daughter. There's something quite curious about that dream. I maintain that she is a robot, and her construction was done similar to the way that Henry Pym used brainwave imprinting, which created such famed people as Ultron and the Vision. Yeah. Just in this case, rather than the personality going over and without the memories, some of the personality went over. Actually, as I recall, all the personality went over, and then they had to adjust it later. But some of the memories are also starting to surface, which never happened with any robots used with the PIM technique. I'm going to risk it. This guy might also know something interesting instead of just giving me another puzzle. I'm going to risk it. Would you please let me know of any eligible bachelorettes you might meet on your travels? Really? All the single women that I might encounter in my travels across the world? Yes, I think it's safe to move on. And out. Mr. Knotts, how do? Lady Dahlia's requests are always such a handful to take on, aren't they? Oh, definitely an odd fish. All right. Onward to the tower we go. Okay, this is not the tower. Bad for the tower. Tower Road. I ignore you. It's a dead end, no two ways about it. Maybe there's another path to the tower hidden around here. I'd argue that we've come to exactly the right spot, Luke. What do you mean by that? Look right here, Luke. There's a small indentation in the wall where one could place a small object. Oh, so this must be... Yes, this curious indentation is no doubt the spot indicated in Baron Reinhold's note to Archibald. I'm willing to wager that if we put this in there and gave it a turn... Dude. Wow. Just as I suspected. All right, Luke. In we go. You first. Chapter 9. The Tower's Secret. A path to the tower has been found. Scale the tower and solve all the mysteries of Mystere. Okay. Puzzle sent to Granny Riddleton's shack. Lazy guard and the odd sandwich. Safe progress? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Also, yes. Okay, I'm going to, since it's just question marks for the speaker, I'm going to guess that this is the girl. My apologies if I'm wrong. I suppose congratulations are in order. You've made it this far after all. Of course, it looks like you've left quite a few of my puzzles in the village untouched. Oh, what was that? Where's that voice coming from? I've hidden all sorts of wonderful puzzles across Mystere. Go back to the village, traveler, and test your mettle against a few more of my puzzles. I'm not so unreasonable that I'd make you solve every single puzzle before passing through here. But you're sorely mistaken if you think I'll let you through. With less than 75 puzzles to your name. You know, it might be the voice of Baron Reinhold. That'd make sense if he's the one who's been putting all the puzzles around. Alright. Baron Reinhold voice. Come back when you've got the goods. I see him as being, oh, why can I never remember names while I'm streaming? Orson Welles. I see him as kind of an Orson Welles kind of guy. Come back when you've got the goods. Who do you suppose that was? I can't quite place it. Regardless, it seems that mystery will have to wait. If we don't solve 75 puzzles first, we'll never make it inside the tower. Let's go back to the village. Holy crap, yeah, somehow I was muted. I've been talking this whole time. Oh, man. I don't know how that happened. Alright, well, I'm glad you said something. So yeah, I was turned away at the door over one puzzle. One. Fortunately, Martha is there to save us. Martha, who has the voice of Sean Connery. You can't fool me, my darlings, after all. I've seen you going around this whole village solving other people's puzzles. And now, it's my turn. Seen us? What do you mean? Have you been following us? Sorry, darlings. That's its own puzzle. Lovely potty. Pity I wasn't invited. Okay, when you roll a die, the chances of rolling a 3 are 1 in 6. The chances of rolling a 3 twice in a row are 1 in 36. Chances of rolling a 3 3 times in a row are jaw-dropping 1 in 216. Let's assume you roll a die 3 times and get a 3 each time. Your chances of rolling a 3 in your next roll are 1 in how many? Yeah. Let me get my keyboard here. 1 in 6. Okay. Come on now. What are you doing to me now? Okay. One in. Okay. 1 in. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. It's 1 in how many, so I only typed the second half of the equation. Thank you for that. Alright, 1 in 6.
There we go. Every puzzle has an answer.
Terrific. It doesn't matter how many times you roll the same number. If you're only asking about the probability of rolling a 3 in one turn, the chances will always be 1 in 6. Yeah, you're going to the tower, are you, dearie? How about I show you the way? Oh? I was under the impression that the villagers of San Mystere hated going near the tower. Oh yes, I don't want to go anywhere near that place myself. Though I suppose I could make an exception for a strapping man such as yourself. Oh yes.
Professor, we should really keep moving.
Man, Luke looks kind of traumatized in context. Okay, now. Having solved 75 puzzles, well, it looks like you've solved at least 75 puzzles. All right then, go on in the tower.
This place gives me goosebumps. Plus, it's all murky in here, and I can't see a thing.
Hmm? Oh my. Ah! Yeah, that's the response to a pit trap. Oh my.
Oh, my head.
Luke, are you all right, my boy? No injuries, I hope?
Don't worry, Professor. I'm fine. And yourself?
Nothing a good long bath later won't solve. But more importantly, where are we? Controls.
This room is full of curious machines. I've never seen anything like them. What do you suppose they do? What in the world? Look over there on the wall, Professor. My word. There are pictures of the villagers displayed here. And what's this? There's a key for almost every villager. Professor, what if somebody is using this place to keep an eye on what's going on in San Mystere?
Or, contrariwise, what if those keys are what you use to wind up the robots? Notice that the key to the poor fellow who was murdered is missing.
Look, there are stairs over there. Let's get out of here. This place gives me the shivers.
Yes, you're quite right, Luke. Let's head out. Yeah, life-size dolls. Book.
Oh, what's this notebook?
Did you find something interesting?
I think so. This notebook looks like someone's been using it as a diary. Just a little longer now. Soon this village will achieve the purpose it was designed for. I've waited so long for this day, but as it comes closer, I feel a little lonely. I hope that, at the very least, the young mistress finally finds happiness at the end of all this. This poor diary looks like it's been through a lot. All the pages are terribly frayed.
Okay, and I'll use the same voice, but thinking on it, no, that wouldn't be Baron Reinhold. It's the machinist that has been working for Baron Reinhold. He's the one who's been putting all of the riddles about.
I bet all the scraps of paper we found in the village came from here.
fun. A puzzle-solving charm. Well, searching for secret doors has revealed very little aside from the notebook. Continuing up the stairs. Ah! What's this? Oh, he looks familiar. You! Grumph. Okay, now I'm not sure who that voice was. Maybe it was Reinhold, because he seemed surprised to see them, so he certainly wasn't the one who let them in. You two again. What are you doing here? What are you up to? Just a moment, sir. What are you talking about? I knew it. You came here to steal my secrets, didn't you? Didn't you? Don't play dumb with me. I see right through you. Don't think I haven't been watching. I've seen you two sniffing around every nook and cranny in the village, obstructing my work. Now I've had it, so unless you want trouble, give me back number 38. Please calm yourself, sir. Just listen to what we have to say for a moment. We haven't intended to get in the way of your work. We're merely searching for the golden apple. Neither of us knows anything about this number 38 business. He's talking about the body of the person who was murdered, Professor. Oh. Did you just say the golden apple? You really are looking for the golden apple, then? Precisely. Do you know anything that could be of help to us? So that's how it is, eh? What you're looking for is on the top floor of the tower. Watch out, because the puzzles in this tower are harder than a diamond-tipped drill. I know they call you a puzzle master, but are you sure you have what it takes to solve them? Now, why would you go and tell us something like that? I bet you just want to set us up to walk into some sort of trap. Yeah, Luke has gotten genre savvy, and he's not taking it anymore. What would I possibly gain from doing something like that? Yeah, and as Izzy the Fool points out, bear in mind, this is the guy that was apparently the kidnapper earlier, stuffing people in bags and running off with them. Not to mention, it's my duty to guide those who seek the golden apple towards their goal. Some mischief maker sneaked into the village and had me all confused. But I think I've worked things out now. Seeing as how it's your duty and all that, would you mind filling us in? What is San Mystere's big secret? Oh ho ho ho! Now, gentle viewers and listeners, we may get that payoff we've all been waiting for. Here we go. All right. Yes! The name is Bruno, says Bruno. I work for the Reinhold family. For some time now, I've managed San Mystere from up here in the tower. Managed San Mystere? You're the one who manages the life of each of the villagers, aren't you? Luke, what in the world are you two talking about? Surely you must have seen them too, Luke. Do you recall the cogs we found about the village and the keys we just saw? All the villagers in San Mystere are robots created by Bruno. Yes! Ha 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 ha! Ha ha ha! Yes! Yes! Behold! Coyote! Super Genius! Woohoo! Yes! Yes! They're all robots! I called it! I totally called it! They're all robots! I hope you can still hear me. They're all basically Clockwork Life model decoys. That is so cool! Oh my god! Yay! The greatest, grandest puzzle of the entire village! And I solved it as soon as I stepped through the gate. I am a genius. So, yes. Carrying on. See, where were we? Oh, yes. All the villagers in San Mystere are robots created by Bruno. Oh, sorry, wrong voice. All the villagers in San Mystere are robots created by Bruno. What do you mean? The villagers are all robots? Oh, Luke is pissed. Oh, man. What do you mean? The villagers are all robots? Yeah, he's had it. He's fed up. This is it. He may be leaving. This may be the first and last game with Luke in it. In other words, the inhabitants of San Mystere aren't human, but intricately constructed machines. They're robots, my boy. I have to say I'm astonished that anyone could build such elaborate machines in this day and age. You must be quite the engineer, sir. Oh, aren't you the sharp one? I never imagined you'd work out so much of the mystery by yourself. Yes, I preen magnificently. What do you mean, sir? San Mystere isn't a real village, Luke. It was constructed by Bruno and the late Baron. How am I doing so far, Bruno? You're absolutely correct. Master believed that one day an heir worthy of his fortune would come forward. He had me build this village and all who dwell within it to prepare for that day. Then he hid his greatest treasure, the golden apple, away on the top floor of this tower. I was ordered to protect it with my life. Until the person arrives who can solve the puzzle of the golden apple, I will continue to protect it. Remarkable! I'm impressed at how far Baron Reinhold went to protect his treasure. Yeah, that still doesn't... There is the matter of his daughter, however. It's not just any treasure, mind you. The golden apple was the Baron's most precious treasure. But why go through all this just to hide treasure? Why build an entire village to protect it? I think the golden apple is... Wow. Could the golden apple be his daughter? Or is it the key to something else? Whoops! Seems I've been a little loose-lipped here. I've already said more than I should have. Answers you're looking for are waiting for you at the top of the tower. Go on, then. Show me if you're the one who can solve the puzzle of the golden apple. Okay. Climb the tower. And on that note, gentle viewers and listeners, I think we're going to go ahead and... No, you know what? We can keep going. Can we? Can I keep going? Professor, look! The stairs are barred off. Ah, this must be one of the puzzles Bruno warned us about. It does look quite difficult. Alright, I'm going to do one more puzzle to unlock the stairs. I can finish tonight? You think so? Alright, we're going to try for it. Let's try for that long, savage burn. I was expecting, like, you know, behold, your tasks have only begun. You guys want to see if we can finish tonight? Let's see if we can finish tonight. Now, this must be one of the puzzles Bruno warned us about. It does look quite difficult. Well, my boy, are you ready for a challenge? This puzzle is worth 70 picarats. It's another sliding puzzle. Oh my god, why? Oh. This perplexing door has a device on it that contains a small red ball in the upper left corner. If you guide the ball to the hole in the lower right, it looks like the door might open. The shortest possible route has, gulp, 21 moves. Izzy the Fool, right after saying, you can probably finish tonight, then he's like, oh, actually there's a veritable gauntlet of puzzles left. Yeah, I thought maybe there might be. So, okay. Yeah, there's like 10 super hard puzzles remaining, apparently. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's not quite what I need to be doing here. If I could... Oh. Oh, and it doesn't have a reset. No, it does. It does. Try again. Okay. Okay. So... let's see. I need to get this big ol' sucker down one, I think. And... Okay. Yeah. See, sliding puzzles I don't necessarily hate, I just cannot, in good conscience, claim to be good at them, like, at all. See if I can... Okay, okay. If I can get the red ball over there, then I can drop all this stuff down to get the big yellow square over one, then drop this stuff down to get this over down there and over. Okay, maybe, I mean, why not, after all? All human events are governed inherently by logic and reason. Okay, slide the purple ones around, and... nope. Okay. Hint. Yeah. I have... there's 10 puzzles left, I have 33 hint coins left. I think I'm in good shape. The large block in the puzzle is relatively limited in range of movement, so you're going to have to do more work with the smaller, more maneuverable blocks. If you focus on them and plan out a route, things should go smoothly. I want another hint. There's no set solution. Move the lower left purple blocks, then slide the lower blue block to the left. Then drop the green block on the right down. Okay, so purple, blue, green. So purple, blue, green. Da. Okay, more hints. Move the green block on the right down. You can fill the space you create with a purple block from the right. And you'll be able to move the blue block in the upper left. So, okay. Blue, green. Green block on the right down. Fill the space you create with a purple block. With a purple block. Then you'll be able to move the blue block in the upper left. Okay, and that allows me to move the giant yellow block. And that's as much hinting as I get. Oh dear. So... guess there... I'm not going to be able to move the yellow block down. That's not happening. But I might... I can move it over, see if... but then... yeah, then what? What's... I mean, I don't think I can move... yeah, I can't move diagonally. So... that's... ah, jeez. Okay, any suggestions on this from the peanut gallery? Anyone want to chime in? Shortest possible route has 21 moves, which speaks of the complexity of this particular riddle. Okay. I'll move that down. Yeah, then I'm still not able to go anywhere from there. Yeah, I hear you. It's for a lot of people, this type of spatial relation involves tactile thinking. You're not alone. I could only bake the hall in the candle of her brain. sliding puzzle fun. Lion! I'm so glad you think so. Any and all advice is welcome. I am completely stumped, and I cannot proceed until I solve this puzzle. And I've used up all the hints, and they have not been enough for my non-sliding puzzle mind. The only upside in this is that I have a pistachio muffin, and it makes me happy. Pistachio. I have a lot of fond memories of pistachios, especially pistachio ice cream. When I was a very small child in Long Island, New York, there was a restaurant called the Ho Ho Inn, owned by a gentleman named Richard. He was great friends with my parents. And one of the desserts they had was pistachio ice cream. I have a lot of fond memories of that restaurant and of pistachio ice cream. I'm just working backwards at that point. So I don't have pistachios a lot, but they're a very nostalgic food for me. God, there's... Okay. Okay. Problem. Shortest possible route has 21 moves. I've made almost no progress, and my number of moves is 100. And counting. It's these long pieces that really make it awkward, because if this was 2 small purple pieces, for example, you know, I could just swap these around. I am so frustrated. The problem is, I keep sliding things around, hoping that that will give me something to work with. And it doesn't. Oh, God. Oh. Last call for alcohol. Last call for your freedom of speech. Drink up. Happy hour is now mandated by law. Don't forget our house special. It's called a Tricky Dicky Screwdriver. It's got 1 part Jack Daniels, 2 parts purple Kool-Aid, and a jigger of formaldehyde from the jar with Hitler's brain in it in the back storeroom. Happy trails to you. sweet trails to you. I am Emperor Ronald Reagan, born again with fascist cravings. Still, you made me president, shoo-ba-doo-ba, shoo-ba-doo-ba. Human rights will soon go away. I will be your Shah today. And I will command all of you. Now you're going to pray in school. And I'll make sure they're Christian too. In California, Uber Alice. California, Uber Alice. Uber Alice, California. Uber Alice, California. Shooba-doo-wah. Shooba-shooba, shooba-doo-wah. Grr. That's just because I'm frustrated. Grr. Yeah, and there's no one solution. That's the nice thing. There's no one solution, according to the hint that was made available. Ah! Ah! Yeah, I could look at this and intellectually say, yeah, I'm falling into patterns in my thinking on this, but that's not helping me find the solution that I need. Start again. Okay. Yeah, and I've accessed all the available hints. Okay, moving the lower left purple blocks, and slide blue, and drop the green block on the right down. And you can fill the space you create with a purple block from the right, and you can move the blue block . That allows for the red ball to move around. And, I mean, if there were more little purple blocks, that'd be just swell, but there's not. Great, and then what? It just... Alright. Those of you who are really good at sliding puzzles and would like to give advice, please feel free. Let's see if this blue one, two purple ones, I could just drop. Okay. Done. It's the long ones that really make this a challenge. By a challenge, I mean, you know, you can hear that coconut-like sound as I'm smacking my forehead into the wall. Holy crap. She's got a smile that it seems to me reminds me of childhood memories when everything was as fresh as the bright blue sky. Now and then when I see her face, it takes me away to that special place. And if I stare too long, I'll probably break down and cry. Oh, sweet child of mine. Oh, sweet love of mine. She's got eyes of the bluest skies that if they'd thought of rain, I'd hate to look into those eyes and see an ounce of pain. Her hair reminds me of the one safe place where as a child I'd hide and pray for the thunder and the rain to quietly pass me by. Oh, sweet child of mine. Oh, sweet love of mine. Another matter of nice memories. In this instance, I used to sing that as a lullaby for one of my kids when she was incredibly tiny. I have a feeling that I need to try to maneuver this red ball down into this lower left corner so that I can then shuffle things around and get it over here. I have no idea how to do, well, anything with this puzzle right now. Hang on, hang on. Okay, I'm very close. You see how close I am? You see how frustrating this is? How tantalizing? I am so megging close right now. And okay. Holy smokes. Okay, once again, those of you who are in chat, if you want to look some of this stuff up and give me advice on how to proceed, we can get through this together. I am officially asking for any aid that you can give at all. I'm not concerned about fair play. I'm not concerned about, well, frankly, anything but having this god-awful puzzle be behind me. Would anyone like to offer any insight at all into this terrible thing that is torturing my soul and will no doubt be haunting my dreams? I hate to end the stream with a puzzle not solved, you know? Okay, Izzy the Fool is coming to my rescue. All right. This is the first and only time that I have had to do this. But you know what? Here we go. I have reset the puzzle. Izzy the Fool, please feed me step-by-step solution so that we can get through this. Bottom left purple down. Check. Other purple left. Check. Blue left. Check. Green down. Check. Purple down. Check. Purple right, then down. Check. Blue right. Check. Ball down, then right. Happy trails to you. Green up. Happy trails to you. Yellow left. Oh, yeah, I'm starting to see this. Yeah, but keep going. So it should be purple left, then down, yeah. And then blue down so that I can get the ball into that corner, right? Yep, ball upright. Then slide blue out of the way. And slide purple out of the way, I suppose? What do I do with purple? Purple up then left, okay. Yeah, that's right. So I was guessing that right so far. Then green all the way up, I guess? No. Purple up, then left, and then ball down. Okay. So I move the purple ones around the ball and just get them out of the way completely, right? Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. See, I can almost see what I need to do here, because, I mean, I can figure that next I need to move green up, of course, because that's the only move available. But I need to... That second purple... Only move it up one, not up and right. Okay. Oh, and then the green goes up here. Of course, and that creates an open... Yep, okay. Brilliant. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. We did it. We did it together. We did it together. Together. We are victorious. Yay. Also, oof. Yeah. Well, yeah, I deviated a little bit because I didn't want to just stop thinking about it, you know, but 21 moves, 25 moves, whatever, that's fine. My point is, I wanted to get past it, but I wasn't in a position where I could just like, okay, I'm not thinking about this anymore. I was still trying to do it, even though... And so mistakes were done. Layton's like, there we are. Come on, Luke, we must press on. All right, lead the way, Professor. Say, Professor, there's something that's been on my mind for a while. Oh. Okay. No. How do I need to save? Oh, what is it, Luke? No! When the crank for the bridge was stolen, we were sealed in the village, along with Don Paolo. It could be just me, but I feel like this wasn't just a coincidence. Yeah, he's mad again. Somebody planned it, but who? Well, Luke, I don't have any direct evidence of it, but I'd wager that was Bruno's doing. Bruno? But why in the world would Bruno do something like that? Do you remember what he said? It's his duty to show the way to those who seek the golden apple. But naturally, Bruno had no idea what kind of people would come to San Mystere seeking that treasure. It's likely he trapped us in the village to buy himself some time, to evaluate who we were. He wanted to see if we were worthy of the secret. That's terribly presumptuous of him, don't you think? How could he think either of us were bad people? He doesn't even know us. Who knows how Bruno saw it, Luke? I'm certain he was just being careful. After all, Don Paolo managed to sneak in with us. Bruno probably had his hands full and needed time to see what kind of people had entered the village. Oh, that reminds me. I wanted to ask you about that, too. Luke, we really should get started here. You can ask me your next question while we're climbing. Okay. And now... The time has come, the walrus said, to speak of many things. Save! Yes, Tower Floor 1. And so, dear viewers, tired, bedraggled, and deviated, but fortified with good tea and the excellent company of yourselves, this chapter of our adventures must come to a close. But before we go, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of our patrons, present and future, with special thanks to Cryptid Rhea and Guinevere, and most of all, extra special thanks, assuming I can get the button to work, there we go, to my personal savior, Laughing Gremlin. This channel could not be what it is without your support. Thank you. And if you would like to support what we do, please consider becoming a patron. Please consider becoming a patron. Excellent. There we go. At patreon.com Nope, that's not what you're supposed to do. Come on, computer. There we go. At patreon.com/Coyote de la Mancha. And when you do, please let me know via email or a patron message if there's a particular color in which you'd like to have your name displayed. Alternatively, you can give me a one-time gift at ko-fi.com/Coyote de la Mancha. And finally, a huge thank you to all of you who are circulating the links. The signal boost really helps the channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you. So, until next time, let us take a moment and contemplate that this once, this one time, this one frickin' time, Ari Fan was completely correct. It really was Skynet. Robots! Robots everywhere! And I will see you, gentle viewers and listeners, sometime again.